on. Clarity has been quite hard to tell, so we can only treat sort of my symptoms at the minute. I suggest it might be pretty doubtful for Friday's game at the moment, but beyond that, I'm not sure.
To football, in Monday's Spanish League game saw Deportivo La Coruña move away from relegation zone after an important win against Real Sociedad. A goal from striker Ivan Ricky just before the break gave the home side the lead. And that was doubled in the second half by Adrian Lopez, who slipped the ball under the keeper to make it 2-0. And despite pulling a goal back, the visitors couldn't grab an equalizer. Deportivo taking the vital points. Final score, Deportivo 2, Real Sociedad 1. Well, there's some good news for Arsenal fans as manager Arsene Wenger is including Robin van Persie in the squad. The Gunners are preparing for probably the toughest match in club football, an away trip to Barcelona in the Champions League later on Tuesday. Matt Rumsey reports from Barcelona.
The Camp Nou stadium in Barcelona has always been a difficult place to come and play football, and never more so than now. Pep Guardiola's team, widely regarded as the best in the world, is wounded. A 2-1 defeat to Arsenal in the first leg of their Champions League last 16 tie has annoyed Lionel Messi and his teammates, making them more dangerous than ever.
You can look at the game in different ways. From our point of view, we feel that we let Arsenal score twice, and Arsenal feel they have deservedly scored twice to win. That's why football is so great. Everybody is entitled to a different opinion.
Confident here at the Camp Nou stadium or not, history is against the Arsenal. Knocked out at the quarter-final stage last season by Barcelona, Arsene Wenger's team also lost the UEFA final in 2006 against the Spanish champions at the Stade de France in Paris. Frenchman Sami Nasri remembers it well. He says it's payback time.
Mr. Wenger is really important because he gave us confidence even when we were not winning trophy. He shows us that he has confidence and he believes in ourselves. So, you know, you have to give him back, and the only way is on the pitch.
Arsenal fans in the Catalan capital voiced mixed emotions ahead of the deciding second leg. Injury worries have more than hampered coach Arsene Wenger's preparation.
Walcott's pace was pretty frightening for them. They couldn't really handle it, so without him missing as well, it's going to be bad.
Well, we have to beat them, just have to draw 1-1. That's what we're going to aim for. And I think he probably was going to play Benter up top on his own anyway.
Barcelona has made it through to the Champions League quarter-final stage, or better, in the past 3 seasons. Arsenal's UEFA trip to the Spanish seaside is no holiday. Matt Rumsey, AlJazeera, Barcelona, Spain.
Former Barcelona coach Louis van Gaal will be looking for a new job at the end of the season. It comes after Bayern Munich announced they would let him leave with a year still to run on his contract. The Dutchman led Bayern to a league and cup double and the Champions League final last season, but he's now paid the price for their current poor domestic form. The side have slipped to 5th place in the German table. They're still in the Champions League. Another team looking to progress to the Champions League quarterfinals is Ukrainian side Shakhtar Donetsk. They welcome Roma on Tuesday. The Ukrainians shocked the Italians by winning 3-2 in Rome last month as they look to go further in the competition than they've done before. But manager Mirko Luchescu says his team need to concentrate on the match and not get ahead of themselves.
The most important for us is to win tomorrow, or to qualify, because no, it's not easy. It's the first pass that we have to do, and after we'll see what's happened. After we'll have time to think to the other matches.
Another coaching casualty is Domenico De Carlo. He's no longer in charge of Italian Serie A side Sampdoria. Their 3-2 home defeat by Udinese, the final straw. Sampdoria have dropped to 14th place in the table. Fans were already up in arms after the club owner sold striker Antonio Cassano, Gianpaolo Pezzini, in the January transfer window. Veteran Alberto Cavassin has taken over as coach. In the English Premier League, defending champions Chelsea are back in the title race after a 3-1 victory at Blackpool. Blues captain John Terry opened the scoring with a header 20 minutes in. Then Frank Lampard was at his best in the second half. He scored twice in just 3 minutes. Blackpool pulled one back, but Chelsea won the match 3-1. They're still fourth, 9 points behind leaders Manchester United. Now, the legendary Pelé says the future of football is at risk because too many modern players are just focused on making money. The Brazilian was talking in Hong Kong. Somewhat ironically, he's on a global marketing tour to promote the reborn New York Cosmos Club. Pelé says loyalty is a word that no longer has much meaning in the world of football.
They didn't love the team, they didn't love the game today, they love the money because they go to the Real Madrid or go to Santos or go to Arsenal or go to Manchester. They are presented, they say, I love Manchester. Tomorrow they go to Madrid, they say, I love Madrid, I love Madrid. They love it who pay a little bit more.
And that's it for sport for this hour. Back to you, Shane.
Thanks very much indeed for that. So we'll bring you all the latest developments from Libya. I'll be back at the top of the hour in just a couple of minutes. We'll be live in Benghazi, where Libya's opposition council has told us it's been in indirect contact with those close to Gaddafi. And the head of the council told me a short time ago that Gaddafi has been offered immunity from Libyan law if he steps down in 72 hours. Now, this comes after speculation that Gaddafi had made an approach to the opposition National Council with a deal to leave. Also going nowhere, Egypt's former president tries but fails to overturn a travel ban. More on that in a moment.
It was a revolution which ended half a century of autocratic rule and inspired a wave of public protest that swept across the Arab world.
Internet, Facebook, Twitter, they were not the revolution.
In an exclusive two-part documentary, Raghi Omar traces the roots and repercussions of this uprising and examines why 23 years of dictatorship fell in only 28 days. The death of fear, at this time on AlJazeera.
Mental disorders affect millions of Chinese citizens. But with a chronic lack of support, is this a social time bomb threatening to leave victims and broken families in its wake? 101 East, at this time on AlJazeera.
Hello there, I'm Shuli Ghosh. It's the top of the hour. You're watching Al Jazeera live from Doha. The main developments on our top story in Libya. The Opposition National Council has given Colonel Gaddafi 72 hours to step down as leader and stop the bombardments. They say if he does, he can avoid prosecution at home. Meanwhile, Gaddafi's forces continue to launch airstrikes on Libya's rebel-held towns. AlJazeera was reported to be surrounded by government forces, and in Ras Lanuf, witnesses say residents are fleeing as the town is hit by aerial attacks. Meanwhile, Britain and France are pushing ahead with plans for a